Hello, my darlings. Happy Wednesday. What's going on? So, I just wanted to just really quickly pop in here because I was thinking about something. Thinking about something because I was talking with someone last night and it just made me think about something. And but before I get into it, let me just say hi to everyone. Let me just say hi to everyone who all is here. Let's see. I see Mel, Dimples, Wimples, Kev, Adele, Joanna, Britiani, CN1. Yeah, happy Wednesday, everyone. We up in here. Yes, the coterie, the coterie. I'm gonna have to make a coterie emoji so everyone can throw it up in here. But yeah, hey Flora. So yeah, shout out to the channel members. Shout out to the Patreon patron. Shout out to everyone that subscribed to me, who supports me. Shout out to everyone that has ever been my client, right? Shout out to everyone who has ever taken one of my classes. I appreciate you all. I appreciate the support. Yeah. So what I was thinking about, like I said, I was talking with someone last night. Um, and this person knows who they are. But yeah, I was just thinking about it. When we talk about spirituality, especially those of us who quote unquote come to spirituality, leave religion, we become quote unquote awakened, we feel that pull to this type of lifestyle, you know, and the pull becomes so strong that you can no longer ignore it, right? A lot of times, not every time, a lot of times it's because you have a purpose, a job to do. Okay. A lot of it is because you have a purpose or a job to do here on earth, right? Your job is not to suffer. Okay. Your job is not to be without. So all that, fake, um, we have to be poor in order to gain, blessings or whatever. No, I rebuke that. Okay. There's plenty here on this planet for all. Don't listen to that mess. But some of us are put here with a purpose. And when you come to this side of things, and when it becomes so strong to where you can no longer ignore it, a lot of times it's because you have a job to do. Hey, Empress. Hey, Sunray Physique. Yeah, yeah. It was something that was on my mind. It was something that was on my mind, and I felt like I needed to speak on it. Right. So yeah, I'm here with you all. So yeah, Kev. Yeah, go ahead and send it to me whenever you get a chance. But yeah, a lot of times it's because you have a calling. It's because you have something to do here on this planet. And we often see it in various forms, but I don't know if we recognize what we're looking at. And I'm not here to say that one job is more important than the other, because when your job is to touch the life of someone else in some type of way, in a positive way, I feel like that's important. I feel like that's important. Um, I feel like that's really important. And we see it, right? Hey, Black Magic. Yeah, hey, Isis. We see it. We see it often. And again, I was talking with someone last night. Um, and it just really made me think about it. And oftentimes, you know, we don't really come fully into it until it's later on in life, after we have seen things, after we have tried to ignore our calling, after we have gone through all of the BS that's mixed in with day-to-day life, after we have seen some things, a lot of times this is when, it comes about. For me, My purpose here is to be the person that people can talk to because that has been a thing my entire life. I could be on the train, and when I tell you someone will sit next to me, a complete stranger will sit next to me on the train and spill their entire guts and then ask me for advice. That is a thing. That is a thing with me. And I'm always like, I used to sit and wonder like, why are these people talking to me? If I'm sitting on the train and I have my headphones in, back in the pre-wireless days, why why is this person talking? And I mean, it was every time. Strangers, men, women, people who, looked like they were well off and fine. I mean, and it perplexed me for so long, but now I know that part of my purpose is to listen and not judge and advise if I can, right? It just is what it is. Part of my purpose is also to teach. But as I teach others, my teaching is to teach others so that they have the knowledge and empowerment to go about and be effective change makers in their own lives, helping them to fulfill their purpose, whatever their purpose is, right? And, hey, Bonita. Hey, girl, how you doing? So when you recognize that, it's part of what you're supposed to do. We are supposed to be touching the lives of other people. We are supposed to, but everyone's job is different. Some people are here to help bring new life into the world. Those nurses, those caretakers, those, they help deliver children when they're doing it in purity, something that they always wanted to do. They are living their purpose. Some people are here, and I never really thought about it. I've thought about it before, but I didn't really think about it until last night's conversation. Some people's purpose is to help with end of life transition. Some people are put here on earth to help other people who are grieving. They've just lost a friend or family member. They don't know what to do. They're grieving. Some people are here to do, and I've heard it be called death doulas, right? People who help with end of life transitions, those who are experiencing that grief, that job is so important. It's so important if you are called to do that work. It's so important. It's so, so important because it is a part of life. Death is a part of life. It's so important. Some people are here to affect change in smaller circles. Some of us are the breakers of chains in our own families. We hear people talk about generational curses and things like that. Some of us are here to break those generational curses, to stop the cycles of misfortune, to stop the cycles before they start so they cannot be renewed. That is important work as well. It's important work. Some of us are here to be, and I don't, some of us are here to help inform. And I'm speaking spiritually as far as, you got that one person and they're just like, listen, this is gonna happen. They see things, right? They're using it to help people, kind of avoid things. Whatever your spiritual job is, if you are called to it, I pray, and let me not say pray. Um, but I really do say pray, in that I really do hope that whatever your spiritual job is, whatever that you were literally put here to do, that, you find a way to fulfill that purpose, that you find a way to fulfill that purpose because there are people who need help. There are people who need community. There are people who really just need someone. And, if you choose to live in that purpose and take on your gifts and accept them, right? Because a lot of times we are given these gifts, these spiritual gifts, in order to help people. If you're called to do whatever your spiritual work is, I pray that you truly do it because there are a lot of people out here who need help, who need community, who need that safe space, right? Who need that safe space. And like I said, I just wanted to talk about it because, it's important. It is important. Um, a lot of it is important work to be that light, to be that beacon that someone probably needs. And it doesn't have, it doesn't have to be all the time, right? Sometimes you can just touch someone for a moment and that's all that they need. Sometimes you just touch someone for a moment and it's all they need, you know. It's all they need. So, and I say that to say, like, if you are someone who's learning from me, like, right, when I'm teaching things, that whole adage about pass it on, I really do ask that you, if you've learned anything from me, and if you've learned how to help yourself, do something nice and kind for someone else, especially if you see someone or someone is going through it, right? Because sometimes that little bit is all that's needed. Okay. Sometimes a little bit is all that needed. So I just wanted to just come and say it real quick, because yes, we get our own lives together, but it kind of sucks if you have, we talk about people quote unquote not building in the community and things like that. And we're not here to save everyone. But if you can just help, a few people, sometimes it's enough. Sometimes it's enough to, show a few people some kindness. Someone out there is you can do the work, someone out there needs a job or they need money, go ahead and do that work for them real quick to help them, to help someone, right? We're not just given the gifts to just do for ourselves all the time. Although, when you're on the plane, you have to put your oxygen mask on first before you help someone else. But it does not mean that we just hoard things and we don't help other people when we can. And that's something that isn't talked about a lot. It's something that isn't talked about a lot. They call people like this, some of the terms, you're a star seed, you're a Lemurian, you're this, you're that. I don't really go with those terms, but I do understand the meaning and the purpose behind it. If you are here to elevate, if you are here to help, and you're stepping into that purpose, then do it. Do it. Hey, Smith and Wesson. Then step into that purpose and do it. Right? It don't mean that you take bullshit off people. It doesn't mean that. But, if you can, do something spiritually nice for someone, especially if you are in a very, very important job. Hey, Timley. And I really, like I said, I just really, really felt called to talk about that. I really felt called to talk about it. Because like I said, we have fun over here, we kiki and stuff like that, but make no mistake about it, I am very passionate and I'm very passionate about what I do. I do like to help people. I may not be able to be around people all day, but I do like to help people, right? And I realize that I have learned things and have been given gifts, and I do use that to help other people, right? So if you have been called to purpose to help someone and you have a spiritual gift, don't be afraid to help others with it, whatever that spiritual gift is. It does not mean that, you let people take advantage of you, but don't be afraid to, don't be afraid because part of that gift and receiving it is to share it with the world. And I know it sounds real fluff and I know it sounds like love and light and mushy and all like that, but share that spiritual gift. And let me just say this. Sometimes part of that spiritual gift is to send people their karma. It's to send people their karma. Karma comes to Pisces for advice, right? I joke and say that, but sometimes when people are out here like, oh man, see karma didn't call up to them. Sometimes that's a spiritual worker that's gonna sit that karma to them. Okay. Sometimes it is, y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know that. Okay. If you see someone out here being a degenerate and you can do something about it because the conventional ways don't work, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. And part of that spiritual work is doing that too. Okay? Part of that spiritual work is doing that too. Okay? Somebody out here being a bandit or a bandita and the lackluster court system and let them off after their 20th offense and they keep doing it, you know what you need to do? You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. Taking out the community trash is being of purpose too. It's being of purpose too. Somebody over there, they doing all types of foolishness. Sit and think about it, and if you led to do something, then do it. Then do it. Then do it. Because if you see people out here wrecking havoc, and the conventional ways don't work, you know what you need to do. The conventional ways didn't work, you know what you need to do. Before someone else gets hurt, gets harmed, loses a family member, you know what you need to do. Even if it's something as simple as binding them so that they don't do any harm to anyone else. You know what you need to do. Okay? You know what you need to do. Hey, Cafe Olay. Flora says it's hard to ignore. It's like everyday people's beliefs get even more dusty. Yeah. The amount of foolishness that we see out here, listen, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. Somebody out here being a domestic violent bandit or bandita, you know what you need to do. hmm You know what you need to do, and that's okay. It's okay. It's about balance. You're not out here, unaliving someone, but maybe you do some work and then they end up going to jail for something that they did that they were supposed to do, and now they in there and they can't harm nobody. That's fine too. That is completely fine. That's completely fine, and don't feel bad about it either, baby. The hustler, the scammer, the abuser, the such and such, who finally get dealt with, don't feel bad about it either. I don't feel bad about it at all. I like taking out the community trash. I like taking out the community trash. Nothing wrong with taking out the trash. Harming people for no reason, that's bad. We don't do that. But taking out the trash that needs to be taken out, yeah, that's fine. You need some encouragement today? Well, you are here. Everyone, let's give Naturally Niata some encouragement. Let's give this person some encouragement. And maybe this is why we are gathered here today. Let's give Naturally Niata some encouragement. I am glad that you are here. This is a safe space. I'm not love and light. I'm not a love and light, fluffy spiritualist. But I do recognize when people are in need of some goodness, some hope, right? Community and If you'd like to be part of our community, you are welcome over here. But just know, you have community here, you have a space, safe space here if you so need to. Okay. You good over here. You good over here. You are good over here. So don't, you good over here. You good over here with us. Okay, like I said, I don't deal in foolishness. I don't deal in degeneracy, and I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a safe space. As long as you aren't a bandit, a scammer, a degenerate, a liar or something like that, you good over here. You good over here. Feel free to join us and come back anytime. Now let's shout out to Mel for gifting 5 memberships. Shout out to Mel. I see you. Thank you for your love and your generosity. Thank you for your love and your generosity. Shout out to Mel. Shout out to Kevin. Kevin gifted 1 membership to someone. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all because y'all are out here helping do the work. All right now. All right now. Yes, 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 yes. And you are more than welcome. So it doesn't hurt to be a blessing to someone, even if it's small. But understand, if you see degeneracy, we have to we can't deal in degeneracy. We don't deal in that. we don't deal in that. Okay. Hey, Corey. Yes, thank you so much, Kev and Mel. I appreciate you all. Welcome. Welcome. Go ahead and throw up your manifesting emojis. All my channel members, throw up your manifesting emojis because we over here. We over here. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you are more than welcome, my darling. You are more than welcome. Yes. Yes, yes. We out here manifesting. Yes. Yes. Put the manifesting emojis up. Yes, yes, yes. I love to see it. Welcome to the Moonstones. Welcome to all the new channel Moonstones. I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see you all here. But yeah, don't be afraid to take out the community trash. Don't be afraid to take it out. Okay, because let me tell you something. There was some guy who thought he was going to beat on my sister. I don't know where he went, but I made him disappear. Because what you're not going to do is think you're going to beat and domestically violence my sister. I don't know. Again, I don't know what happened to him. I don't care. But I had to take out that community trash with magic. I sure did. Because you ain't finna beat on my sister. You just not gonna do it. It's not happening in this world or the next. So I had to get rid of him. I've no regrets about that at all. No regrets about it at all. I don't care if he alive or not. I don't care. You ain't finna be beating on my sister. What you're not gonna do is that. So, and sometimes doing this spiritual work means protecting other people from themselves. It's okay. I know, we talk about free will and all like that, but if you can protect someone from themselves, that's just fine too. Yeah, spiritual jump out squad. I'm here for it. Imagine having the ability to do something and then you do nothing. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. Yes, yes. Once again, yes, thank you so much to Kevin and Mel for gifting people some memberships. I surely appreciate that. I know the new channel members do. Yeah, so yeah, don't be afraid to step into your spiritual gift, whatever it is, your calling, whatever it is. And some people have spiritual gifts and callings and they don't step into them, and that is their choice. But if it's been calling you and calling you and calling you, and it's just to the point now where you're just like, I just can't ignore it. You're trying this, you're trying that. You may be going from religion to religion. And listen, this is not an attack on religion. It's not. I'm just simply saying that sometimes The organized religions, it's not for everyone, and that's okay. If you are true to your religion, you are a true follower, you are a true believer, you are following the rules correctly, you are being an example and not just mouth. I commend you, and I'm here to be around you because you're being true to that. But some of us, we have these callings that fall outside of those bounds, and that is okay. Yeah, listen, we just go. I completely understand that. I don't have children, but I do understand a parent wanting the best for their child or their children. I do understand that. And I really, really, really do hope that you are able to get done what you need to get done for your children. I really want that for you. I really want that for you. So, like I said, I'm glad you're feeling the positivity. I'm glad that we have been able to uplift you just even for a moment. Hey, essence of all set. Yeah, yeah. Listen, 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 listen. I have not lied to you all. I don't do that. I have not lied to you all. I keep it 100% real with you all. Every time we speak, every time I'm here, and this right here, this message is just as true. When you have your calling, and I've had client sessions with y'all here in the chat. Some of y'all in the chat, y'all know who you are. You've had client sessions with me, right? And I'm pretty much saying the same thing again. Some of you all are supposed to be the breakers of chains. Shout out to Game of Thrones. Some of you all are supposed to be the breakers of chains to stop the foolishness, to stop the people in the family who keep sweeping the assault under the rug. It's people in your family who are sweeping SA under the rug and everybody else covering it up. It's okay for you to walk away from them people because they are advocates for harm. It's okay to be the black sheep, quote unquote, to be the black sheep, to step away from foolishness. And if you don't want to deal with them people no more, then don't, because they like degeneracy. And I don't deal with that. And you don't have to either. It's okay to step away from it. Because make no mistake about it, when you keep letting stuff go on and it festers, and you could do something about it and you don't, that's going to be your ass, Mr. Postman. You are welcome. You are welcome. Yes, 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 yes. Breakers of chains. Like I said, breakers of chains. Yes, have that discernment. Okay, have that discernment. And I kind of feel like I have been that person. I have been, quote unquote, the black sheep, because let me tell you, on my mom's side of the family, oh, it's a whole lot of degenerates over there. And I will say it fully with my chest. The foolishness that they let happen and go on. And that's why I said, I put up the wall post, stay away from unhinged, mammy, and unwomen. It's some unwomen on that side of the family. In my own family. I don't deal with them. You have to make a stand with your actions. I don't deal with them. I don't talk to them. I don't deal with them. Honestly, if they all disappear tomorrow, it wouldn't bother me because I don't deal in degeneracy, and they keep passing stuff on. And I'm just like, no, this is not right. It's not right. So they call me stuck up. I think I'm better than them. This, that, and the third. I'm better than them because I went to college and everything else. Y'all say whatever you want to, but I don't live in degeneracy and I don't tolerate it. Okay? I don't deal with it. I don't deal with it. So I don't care. I don't care what you think. No black sheep emoji. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I don't have no problem being that either. Yes, and I love seeing the younger ones breaking the cycles. And we're kind of seeing this like on a global scale too. On a global scale too, when we talk about the age of Aquarius, The age before this was the age of man. It was in an earth sign, right? Um, where things were very, and we saw that these corporations and stuff like that, more and more people standing up to things, standing up to this foolishness or this foolery. We, as humans on this planet, have a choice. We either gonna stand against degeneracy or foolishness like um these different post-apocalyptic TV shows and movies will be our future. So this age of Aquarius is bringing things to light because we together have to fight against the degeneracy. We have to do it. It can't be one or two people. It can't be one or two people. We as humans have to fight against this degeneracy. We have to do it. So you got to take a stand. There we go. There we go. Yep. You do not have to tolerate foolishness. Yep. And you don't have to do it. Hey Donna. It's all good, girl. I hope all is well with you. Yeah, you ain't gotta tolerate foolishness. Yeah, so much revelation. Uh-huh. And it's only fair. And that's why I said if you have a purpose, a spiritual purpose, and you are here on this planet, you've stepped into it, do what you can to spread goodness and joy and help other people. But and standing against degeneracy is part of that. Taking out the community trash is part of that. It's part of it. It's part of it. Right. To literally make the world a better place. Essence of Austin said the church folks came for me yesterday. Girl, did you send them home with they snacks? You say you sent them home to study? Okay, good. Good. I'm glad you did. She says, nah, all isn't well. Speaking of spirit, you got one that gets rid of degenerates. Girl, email me. and I'm not even laughing, but Donna always come with the questions. But yeah. Just email me. Email me. Yeah, yeah. Flora says, my journey started so long ago. I'm only realizing now as an adult who is healing actively. Absolutely. When you see people are staying in their unhealed states, they don't want to do better. Okay, listen, we talked about this. Matter of fact, let me pull something up real quick. And we ain't gonna be here long. We ain't gonna be here long because I know Nyla has some things she has to say today, but let me pull this up real quick. I don't know if you all remember when I was talking about the energetics of the universe, the 12 spiritual laws. Okay, so and this is so that you all understand. This is so that you all understand. Let me share this screen. Dealing with degeneracy, allowing degeneracy. Okay, people who are unhealed, they're making the choice to not do better. You can do what you can, but at some point you have to stop wasting your time. At some point you have to stop wasting your time. And this is what I mean. People like to, laugh and stuff like this. Okay, so let's look over here. I'll put it up. Okay, so we're looking over here on the right side. We're looking over here on the right side. You see a low energy wave and the high energy wave. Low vibrational, degenerate ass shit. That's low energy. It sits there. It sits in the bottom. It sits in that low vibrational energy doesn't want to do more. It can't do more unless it transforms. Unless it transforms. It transforms. High energy, you can do more, you reach more, you're at a better frequency, right? At a better frequency. And this is the difference between low vibrational foolishness and elevating. And elevating. This is the difference. This is the difference. Okay? This is the difference. You have to choose what you want to be. When you are vibrating higher, okay? The amplitude of a wave is related to the energy, which when you are vibrating higher, okay, you're doing more, you're at a more elevated space, but you can't be with the degeneracy. If there are people who are full-blown adults, they are 35 and 40, they don't have any um quote unquote disabilities that could potentially keep them from doing their best, but they just want to be degenerates, they just want to be low lives or whatever like that, and they complain, oh, I can't do this, oh, I can't do that, or nobody. You have to leave them where they are because that will suck you down into it too. It will suck you in. It will suck you in. And this is what I'm saying. When you have your gifts and you can be out here, you helping people or whatnot, but don't let them low vibrational, energetic hypocrites suck you in with their little sob stories and this and that. Don't do it. They have to want to transform for themselves. They have to want to do it for themselves. You can't make them do it. You can't make them do it. They have to make the decisions with the brain that they were given and the arms and legs that they were given to do it. To do it, okay? Don't let them people pull you down, especially when you are, being a good person, you're walking in your gifts, you're not a degenerate. Don't let that foolishness pull you down. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey Nicole, what's up, girl? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't let them bring you down to that low energy state. Don't do it. So if that means being the black sheep and walking away from that, that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. It's what you have to do. And don't be afraid to do it. It's what you have to do. And don't be afraid to do it. Okay, let's see. Essence of Offset says, I told family last night prayer can't save someone. Yep. Don't save them, they don't want to be saved. They don't want to be saved. That's fine. Leave them where they are. Children, that's completely different. But you a full-blown adult, 35, 40, 55, and you still out here doing this degeneracy, stay away from these people. Stay away from these people. And people who flock to that degeneracy like that, stay away from them too. Facts. Flora says, I've had family members, I got to leave them right where they are at. I can't heal for you. And some people think others are responsible for their healing. Absolutely. We are not. We are not. These are people who want you to do the work for them. No, 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 honey. You got to do some work. Yep. Exactly. They will drag you to hell and leave you there. Yep. And I ain't going. I ain't going. I ain't going. I ain't going. Yes, and this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You got to leave these people where they at. You got to leave people where they at. You got to leave them where they at. And this is what I'm saying. And stay away from her too. Stay away from her. If you can, stay away from her because she out here mammy and she don't see. Stay away from her too. She will infect you with her mammy and degeneracy. Absolutely. So yeah, I really do hope that those of you all with gifts, those of you all who have been called to purpose, come into it. Whatever your spiritual gift is, whether it's breaker of chains, whether you are working with people who are about to transition, um, You're being that transitionary death support, whether you are here to protect the children. And it's so funny because I'm thinking about these gifts. That was my uncle. My uncle on my father's side. It's so funny because now the ancestors are coming back to me. I ain't thought about him in a while. My uncle on my father's side, right? He was an advocate for children. He did not play that. Wasn't gonna be no abusing no children, treating no children wrong, and he found out about it. He didn't have children of his own. But when I tell you he was doing his best, working for Child Protective Services in Chicago. He loved children. He protected children. It wasn't none of that foolishness. Matter of fact, on my dad's side of the family, ain't no messing with no kids over there. You mess with some kids, you finna get an ass whooping out of this world. We don't do that. Not on that side of the family. They don't do that. So he was walking in his purpose, and that was to protect children. That was to protect children. I see you, uncle. That was to protect children. He was walking in his purpose. Listen, don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to be alone. We have to, I understand humans are not meant to be alone, but don't be afraid to be alone. You have to do what's right and what's best for your family. You have to do it. Somebody said, Melanin Gold. Hey, Melanin Gold. I left Chicago to get away from my mom's side of the family. My mom did the same when she retired. We left Chicago to get, yeah. And it's so funny because I have a niece, right? I have a niece, and she'll call me and say, Auntie, like, what do I do? What do I do? Because, mom is doing this and they're doing that. I said, baby, you have to leave. You have to leave. When you see yourself in a situation with all these people and these family members, and you see the degeneracy, and I'm going to use this as an example. When you see someone and they're just degenerately having children, just over and over and over and over and over, when you don't have to have children, but you are crying that you don't have resources, okay? You are you've been a grandmother for X amount of years, probably before you reached 50, and like I said, this is not to talk about women. This is just a situation in which you have to break the chains. And all the other people are following in your footsteps in this degeneracy. Who's going to be the person to break those chains and stop that? Who is going to be the person to do it? Who? And every time she calls me, I tell her, like, boo, you have to leave. You have to leave. I know you're worried about them, but you can't. These are adults. I know you're worried about them. You have to do, you're being sucked in. You are being sucked in. You have to leave. I told her what to do. She has to leave. She has to break away and move out of the state to somewhere else. I'm happy she has her own business. She has her clientele. But baby, you got to leave. You can't stay in that. When you stay and sit in the degeneracy, it's going to affect you. And I'm glad I left Chicago too. Let me tell you, I love Chicago. I love home. It is my ancestral home. Okay, my people are buried there, right? But baby, so the energetics of Chicago is not conducive to who I am as a person, and it's listen, and it's okay to leave. Brittany says, my family keeps thinking I'm joking when I tell them I'm learning magic, but little do they know I'm actually making things better for me and my boo, but they still want my help. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Remember my other stream from, what was it, December? People want to say all this foolishness about you learning, spirituality and magic and stuff like that, but then they want you to save them. You can't talk junk about us and then want our help. You can't do it. Hey, Valerie, how you doing, girl? Naturally, Niata says, I kind of am on the path to understanding better, and I'm scared to be alone, but want to protect my boys. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Yeah, sometimes you got to leave them behind. It's not personal, but you can't drown with them. And sometimes when you come out on the other side better, stronger, then you can try and help them. But if they still doing that degeneracy, yeah. I'm glad that we have been able to help. I'm glad. Yep. Yep. Mel said that this is a safe space. Mm-hmm. Nicole says, I'm so happy I left my hometown over a decade because the ones that stayed are so low vibrational. I've been on a level. Yes, you have to do it. You have to break away. And a lot of times, spirit and life will give you a chance to choose another path. Whether you take it or not, that's up to you. Mm-hmm. Yep. Having children that can't afford, and you have all these children and you can't afford, and you keep getting um evicted because you don't have any like, that's traumatizing to them children. It doesn't have to be this way. Okay, the plane says when you are on the plane and the flight attendant gives you those safety instructions when the plane is taking off, put your mask on and then assist someone else. It's not selfish to break away from low vibrational foolishness in order to be better. There's nothing wrong with it, and don't let them people tell you that either. Don't even mhm. Listen, yep, don't even call her no more. You got to leave her where she at. Best you can do is do a protection for her, and that's all you can do, and she has to learn. Mhm. A little bit of what you learn. Mhm. Listen, do a protection for her, and just be quiet. Just leave me alone. Be quiet. But yeah, so I just felt like I needed to, just say this today, because whatever your work is, whatever you've been called to, your divine gift, you can use it to do better, help others. Um, but just make sure you don't get pulled into low vibrational degeneracy. Just, no, no, it's not. Because 9 times out of 10, they're gonna do it for themselves. And listen, we do have, you are there. You are here. You are alive. Why shouldn't you help yourself? Why shouldn't you help yourself? The difference is, helping yourself versus just being a jerk. Or, when you're if you're doing something for yourself, but it purposely, purposely, purposely is hurting so many other people, that's different. That's different. And what do I mean by that? I mean, just talking about like some of these corporations and stuff like that, you out here laying off all these people. You have $1 billion. Okay, what else do you need? Like, do you really need more? But you're laying off all these people, or you don't want to pay them, or the greed is one thing. Greed is one thing. Purposely harming people is something else. But there is nothing wrong with elevating yourself, helping yourself, right? But purposely doing foolishness like that, like, nah. Yeah, no, you gotta help yourself. You have to help yourself. You have to help yourself. No, you deserve help. You deserve goodness. You deserve love, safety, peace. You deserve all of that. You deserve it. Don't let people abuse you and think that you're finna be the get over person. Okay. Because some people will do that too. So now make sure y'all are protecting yourselves, because there are certain people that when they see they can use you for a lick, when they view you as a lick because you like to help, but they out here doing something else, but they're asking you for help, but they really, don't be afraid to cut them off too. Leave them where they are, because they are abusing you. You're not supposed to take abuse of power or gift either. Okay. This is why for a lot of my streams, I turn on subscribers mode only, because people like to try and abuse and get over on spiritualists and spiritual workers. People do try it. So when I turn on subscribers mode, if you want to come in and ask a question, it's free to subscribe. But you're not going to abuse me. You're not going to abuse me, and you're not going to try and pick my brain for free either. A subscribe is easy. So that part. Yeah, don't be letting people out here abuse you. Okay, the people that be asking you for money, oh, but can I borrow some money for such and such, such and such? Okay. Then they can't pay you back, but they're doing something else. They're choosing not to be energetically fair, or they keep coming to you, but you keep seeing them doing other things, and you putting yourself out to help them, and then they can't even be decent and do right. You got to cut them people off too. You got to cut them off. You got to cut them off. Cut them people off. Donna says, Q, I needed this live today. This live came to me when I reached my limit emotionally. Thank you for confirming my feelings and giving me the message. I'm here to help. They be abusing. I don't do that. Yep. They don't care about you if they are constantly abusing you like that. They don't care about you. They don't feel the same way that you do about them. You got to cut them people off too. Hey, forever ever. Hey, Lala C. Yeah, we over here having a conversation. We are having a conversation today. And it needs to come out. I feel like this needs to come out. It needs to come out, honey. It needs to come out. It needs to come out. So just beware of, like I said, let those who have eyes see. When you see them people trying to abuse, you gotta cut them people off. I ain't got it. Broke 5 broke. I had some family members try to do that to me too. Oh, Q. I need $600 to go to the dentist. I'm sorry, I don't have it. I really don't have it. Oh, they found it somewhere. They found it somewhere. Oh, Q, can you such and such for me? Okay, I'll do it. And then it's just like, well, coming to me for every sob story, I can't be the only person, I can't be. So I'm like, you know what? Nope. I'm sorry, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Right. And I don't have it mean I don't have it for you. Because let me tell you, all them people who was asking me for money, asking us for money, you can't pay these bills over here. You can't pay all these bills over here. So, we have to pay ours too. Especially when we had our house. We had a very large house. So I'm sorry, this money is for this house. It's not for you. And then you turn around, ask for the money, and then you on a damn cruise. Okay, sure. Okay, yeah, no, I don't have it for you. Isis says, Q, thank you for sharing so candidly. As always, something gets reinforced or I learn something new altogether. Well, I am thankful that you are here and that you support me. But yeah, the message had to come out today. I feel like it had to come out today. Listen, people will do all types of things. If they see you for a lick, that's what they gonna do. That's what they gonna do. Yep. No, no is a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence. Sometimes they are. Or Valerie say, or they got new tattoos. Yeah. People spend what they want to spend. People spend time on what they want to spend time on. So, oh, I don't have any money. Well, okay, so and listen, this is not a financial get down on people, because I do know there are some people who are truly, truly, in need of financial assistance. But are you buying them cigarettes all the time? Hmm. You gotta sacrifice. Uh-huh. Well, I'm happy that it is. Mel says, "Can I put my banner up?" You know what? I didn't even think about that banner, but let me go on and put this banner up. Let me go on and put this one up. If you are enjoying, please like the video. If you know someone who needs to hear this message from today, go ahead and share it. Because I'm out here manifesting. I need to get to 1,000 subs. Okay. I need to get to my 1,000 subs. Okay. But I know the people will come. The right people will come over here when it's time. Listen, for some people, listen, can they be helped or healed? They probably could. The question is, do they want to be helped or healed? Because a lot of times people say they need help or they want to be healed. But if they truly want it, they're going to find it. They're going to find a way to get help or to be healed. The change has to start with them. They have to make that choice. You can't make the choice for them. You can't. You can't make the choice for them. They have to they have to have that conversation with themselves that they want to change. Okay? Just like there are some people who went to jail, who went to prison, they come out and they was just like, "You know what? I'm good. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm a changed person." I applaud them because they made the decision. But they have to make the adult decision to do better. It's a decision. Mhm. I just finished my water. Finished my first 24 ounces of water for the day. My goal is always at least 72 ounces of water. So I got to fill my water cup back up. I got to get some exercise in too. Yes, my tribe will come in due time. Lala says, "Yep, that's how my money is. If she doesn't want to spend her own money on cigarettes, she'll call me and sound all depressed and ask me. I have to start telling her, yep, yep. Yeah, some people are comfortable in their suffering. And you're a good person when you just don't want that for them, but you can't want it more than they want it themselves. You just have to leave it right there. And they be like, let go and let God. You just have to do it. You just have to do it. You just have to do it. You have to do it. They have to make the change for themselves. They have to do it. They have to do it. So, uh-huh. Yep, repeating the cycle. And this is what I'm talking about. Breakers of change, ending. You are the ender of cycles. You are the breaker of chains. You the black sheep. You don't come around the degeneracy. You say no to stuff. You stand up for yourself. You set your boundaries, right? You figure out what you want in your life. And it's so funny that I'm speaking on this, right? I don't know if y'all remember the new moon in Aquarius astrology chart that we looked at. Baby, the new moon is in Aquarius in 2 days. This message right here is part of that new moon energy. If you haven't watched that video, the new moon in Aquarius on February 9th video is on my channel. Go watch it. Because these setting of these boundaries, this taking an assessment of what needs to change, if you need to be the breaker of change, if when all that is tied into it. Okay, we already looked at it. It's already tied in. So we're just, this is just a message to remind you all, okay, before this new moon energy come in. But technically we're at that point already. Okay, technically we're at that point already because it's just in 2 days. right? So this right here, we just reaffirming. We just reaffirming what needs to be done. Okay, the moon is at 6%. The moon is in Capricorn right now. Okay, we have 6% illumination remaining. But yeah, baby, that new moon in Aquarius is coming in 2 days. This message is part of that. This message is part of that. Okay. You are welcome, girl. Yep. Yep. You can't, don't take yourself, don't let yourself drown in foolishness. No. Especially people who are adults and know better and can do better, but they refuse. You gotta leave them where they at. Yep. Boom. Yes, 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 yes. Do I have any booking spots open? Yes. You just gotta go check and you'll see what I have available. I don't work on weekends. But what's today? Wednesday. So yeah, you can schedule for Friday, Donna, or you can schedule for like Monday next week, like all next week. Like I haven't blocked anything off in a while because we're not traveling right now. We'll start to travel again, Mr. Hudo and I, probably next month. And I know into April because we have to go back to Atlanta for a baby shower in April. And then April is our anniversary and things like that. So we're probably going to travel more next month in March and into April. And then I know I'm definitely traveling over the summer to Dallas because if you know what's happening in Dallas this July, then you know. So I'll be there. But yeah, I still have time open right now. I still have time open. So just go ahead and take a look, Donna. Okay, Nicole says the 10th is my aunt's birthday. That's right. Happy birthday to your aunt. Sunray Physique says I can't handle any more surprises. Oh, Sunray Physique's birthday is tomorrow. I'm here for it. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, that solar eclipse is gonna be coming up in April. We're gonna be examining some things. We're gonna be examining some things. We're gonna examine some things. Like I said, I did that solar eclipse read. I gotta get to the next chart. Look at the next chart. Something else that I want to look into too. Um, and I'll probably talk about it on members. Um, yeah, something else that I want to look into too. If you're following the politics and the decision that was just made, it's very interesting. So I gotta look into that too. Dr. Johadi, yes. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, 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 yes. Sunray Physique. Yes, I'm so happy to hear it. Yeah, my birthday is next month, March 10th. I can't wait. So, like I said, this is the time of the year where I'm reflecting and everything like that. But yeah, so that's all that I really wanted to say. No, you can't go, honey. You can't go. What's happening in Dallas in July? You can't go to that. Um, you can't go. Um, some of y'all may like it, some of y'all may not like it. I'm a member of a sorority. Okay, the first sorority. I'm a lady of the Ivy. So we're having a Lady of the Ivy event in Dallas in July. So I will be traveling there for that event. Um, I might stream a little bit for y'all from that event. Can't show y'all everything, but um, so I gotta get my coins together so I can pay for that. Listen, you can't be in these you can't be part of these organizations unless you got some coins. Because I already know I'm about to drop probably like $500-$600 on this registration. But anyway, um, ooh, your state is making the Eclipse and Entire Tours event. That's fun. Kevin says the Zoom lives. Yes, we are going to be having our next Zoom Patreons and channel members live is going to be coming up. I will be giving y'all options as to where y'all want to go, as to what y'all want me to talk about so we can have our edges snatched together. Okay, so that's going to be coming up soon. So make sure y'all pay attention to channel members, private messages, and Patreon messages because we're going to have another one of those Zoom lives, baby, because we be in there snatching edges. Okay. You came in at the end, baby, but it's okay. Oh, I'm gonna make sure Nyla know so that you can have it. You gonna hear your birthday song. This live started an hour ago, so we've been here an hour and five. But it's okay. You can go back and watch it. But that's all I really want to say. We are about to go over to Nyla's because Nyla has some things she has to say, and Nyla has some things she has to say, and I might get my cards for this because listen, I may get my cards together for what Nyla is talking about because I make sure you all, Audacity has been free. Make sure y'all buy y'all some discernment because the discernment is real. So we about to get into it. So I love you all. Members and Patreon, get ready because, like I said, we're going to vote on what our next Zoom live private session is going to be about. And that's it. That's all. I love you all. I love you all. Naturally, Niyasa, you Divine Nine here too. Girl, what's your shout out to you. My uncle is your brother. My uncle is a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. And I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So I'm glad that you are here. It's D9 love over here. D9 love over here. So I'm glad that you're here. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, we about to go over to Nyla's. I love you all. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being channel members. Thank you for giving out channel memberships to people. Thank you for being Patreon supporters. Thank you for being my spiritual clients. I love you all. Let's go on over to Nyla's.